Yo, Ryan Trunky here. So today I'll be doing What If Deku Had Archangel Part 4, so let's get started.
I honestly don't think you can become a hero.
So last time I ended the video when both Izuku and his dad drank, and so they talked and enjoyed the night because in the eyes of his parents he wasn't a kid anymore, he had become a young man basically. So now, before I start this part, there will be mature content ahead, so if you're minus 12 years old or at maximum minus 15, you should leave this video. So yeah, there is something coming. Everybody is dying. The key is applying. Some words are clarifying, with your soul justifying. In a way your smile is shining, and in a road we are undying. Keep listening to my voice, and you will see the solution to your life. Keep following me, and you will know the answer soon. So we might meet together soon. Izuku woke up and his head hurt. He started remembering the voice that he heard, and he said to himself, what the hell was that? After that he remembered that after drinking with his dad, he did his usual routine, took a shower, made a breakfast and left for Daguba Municipal Beach. He left a note on top of the breakfast for his parents, and it said, good morning, enjoy this notorious meal I've made and I'll see you guys later. As Izuku grabbed his motorcycle helmet and drove to Daguba Beach, and as he got there, he saw a familiar figure sitting with a sunrise at her back. It was none other than Momo, his girlfriend. What are you doing here? Izuku asked her. I dropped by because I had to give you this. It was a basket full of turkey sandwiches. Izuku, to be honest, I've seen you train here before and I didn't want to bother you, but when my father said I was to marry the son of his friend, my heart broke a bit to think I wouldn't be able to see you again. But when my father showed me a picture of you, saying you and I were to marry, I was very excited. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. Izuku stared at Momo for some time and he said to her, close your eyes. She did as he said and Izuku kissed her on the lips, and as he pulled away, he whispered in her ear, how was I blessed with a girlfriend like you? At this point, Momo lost her self-control and grabbed Izuku, kissed and held that kiss until they were both out of breath, and she ripped off his shirt and saw his sculpted body. She lost control again, and she was also careful not to hurt his black wing, black angel wing. Momo then pushed Izuku down into the sandy beach, and she gave him another kiss that left him breathless. That's when she started to move her hand from his chest down to his lower half. She felt a big bulge as she began to rub it. That's when Izuku switched position and she was on the sand. His hand made its way under her shirt and he grabbed her blossoms and began squeezing. She moaned lightly and Izuku had devilish smile at that very moment. So now let's enter All Might point of view. For I am whoa, what is this? I see my people engaging in public indecency. At this moment both Izuku and Momo faces were red, as well as they received a long lecture from All Might about keeping their urges in check and knowing the right place and time for these things. Then Momo spoke. I only came to drop off some lunch for my boyfriend, and then I had some business to attend to. As Momo said goodbye to her boyfriend, they kissed as she departed home and said, "I'll text you when training is done, okay baby?" It's like, or okay babe. Izuku said no. That the commotion was over, All Might asked, "What happened during your time off?" Izuku began to recap the events that happened during his time off, and All Might began to understand what happened and a few moments ago, and so without wasting any more time, shall we continue for where we left off? Asked All Might, and now we only have 5 months to prepare you for UA entrance exam, so we will work with a reliable friend called Blunt Force Trauma. So 4 months later. So the relationship between Izuku and Momo was gotten stronger, and Izuku is ready to take the entrance exam. And we could hear someone saying, "Yo Midoriya, you've grown far more powerful than I expected, and you will be able to get accepted into UA. Your test is tomorrow, so get some rest." All Might said like this, and Izuku had toned his well-sculpted body and departed from home. He felt his pocket vibrate. There was a text, and it read, "Hey honey, how was your training? Are you ready for tomorrow?" It was Momo. She always sent text messages to check on her boyfriend. Izuku then replied, "Hey beautiful, thanks for checking in on me. Yeah, tomorrow is my entrance exam. I'm prepared." As this message was sent, Izuku received a call from his father. Then Hisashi, I'm gonna call him Hisashi for now, and said, "Hey Izuku, are you on your way back from training?" And Izuku said, yeah, "Hey dad, yeah, I'm heading back now. Is something wrong? Is everything okay?" And then Hisashi said, "Yes, everything is fine. I want to let you know I got a surprise for you when you get home." Izuku then said, "Okay, I'll see you when I get home." Izuku began to think what his father had planned by saying he had a surprise, so he rushed home. As he opened the door, both Midori and Yuru's family were present, and both parents gave their children keys. Both Izuku and Momo were confused, and then Hisashi spoke and said, "These 2 keys are for the doors for your new home." Both Momo and Izuku were confused. Izuku went to his room and saw nothing, no bed or his guitar or posters of heroes. Izuku then yelled, "Confusion, where is all my stuff?" "Like I mentioned, it's on your house," spoke Hisashi, and he gave Izuku the direction to his new home. Bought by the Yuruzu family, Mr. Yuruzu said, "This will be your home and also your hero headquarters when you both become pros." As Izuku and Momo got to in Izuku's car, they drove until reaching destination, where what they saw was waterfall. Confused Momo heard her cell phone vibrate. It was a message that said, "Behind the waterfall." Izuku took the risk and decided to drive straight into the waterfall, but the waterfall had cut the flow, and to surprise they saw a big mansion with buildings around it, behind it, around it, and a lot of stuff. So a beautiful, elegant mansion just for 2 of them, surrounded by mountains, having complete privacy and no neighbors to disturb them. And Izuku and Momo looked as the opened their new home. The living room was decorated beautifully, and they checked to see how many bedrooms there were, but to their surprise it was a huge mansion with the 1 master bedroom. Both Izuku and Momo couldn't believe their parents would arrange for them to move in together a week before Izuku's entrance exam. Momo was excited to see that she wouldn't be separated from her boyfriend anymore, and when they were exploring their new home, they walked into their bedroom and said there was a box of condoms with a note attached to it that read, "You're both too young, so start family, so be safe. From love, the Midoriya and Yuruzu's family. Both teens were embarrassed. Momo then said, let's use this when we are both ready. As Izuku nodded, they were ready to begin their new lives, new ways to make it official. They signed the paperwork. At later date, they would hold the ceremony. The next morning, as Izuku woke up in a bed, he remembered that he has no longer living at home with his mom and dad, and as he feels something next to him move, he lifts the cover and sees Momo. At this moment, he remembers that they got married after signing the paperwork and will hold the wedding at later time. Then we could hear, good morning, honey, Momo said as she saw Izuku's face. As Izuku heard this, he replied, good morning, beautiful. As he stroked her cheeks, Izuku looked at the clock and saw it was 7 a.m. The entrance exam didn't start till 8. And so Izuku got dressed and mentally prepared himself for the test. Before leaving, he made breakfast for himself and his wife. And Izuku left a note that said, I made you breakfast. Hope you enjoy. And Izuku got his car keys and left for UA, so he wouldn't be late for his exam. As Izuku drove, he made it to UA. As he began to walk up the stairs to the school, he tripped and almost fell. Before he could catch himself, he was floating. It was a girl with brown hair. She had a bob hairstyle and said, sorry, I used my quirk on you without permission. It would be bad luck if you had fallen. Izuku then bowed and thanked the girl. He then introduced himself and said, I'm Izuku Midoriya, nice to meet you. She politely introduced herself as Ochako Ororaka. As they went inside for orientation given by Hero President Mike, as he explained the point system, a robot-like students as to why were 4 robots when only 3 were mentioned. President Mike explained about the 4 villain being worth 0 points, and without any delay, the future young heroes headed for Fake City Belt to used as testing ground. As Izuku spotted Ochako, he was going to wish her luck when he was stopped by robot-like students. Were you going to distract her? If you were only here for friends, then leave. Without noticing, the fake city opened and Izuku rushed inside. As President Mike said, you better hurry. Izuku already had 10 points left. Everyone saw him shoot black fire from his hand and were surprised to see villain's quirk. At this point, Izuku accumulated an extra 40 points when he saw everyone run away. As the giant 0-pointer arrived, as everyone ran, Izuku heard the cry for help. Ochako was trapped under the debris, and without hesitation, Izuku flew to face off against the robot. Izuku felt a massive power surge in his left arm. As the top of his lung, he yelled, "Shadow Storm!" And black lightning flew from his hand, and the robot short let's say kind of vanished. After that, Izuku used a shadow dive to drill a hole through it. As he looked to be falling from the sky, he teleported where Ochako was and lifted the debris from her and asked her, can you stand? Ochako couldn't. Her leg broke. As Izuku carried her bridal style, an older woman with a doctor coat asked if anyone was injured. She was known as Recovery Girl. As Izuku approached her and said, this girl has broken leg. Recovery Girl kissed Ochako on the forehead, and in an instant she could walk again. The test was declared over. Everyone left, and Izuku made his way to his car when he was stopped by Ochako. Out of breath, she said, thank you for saving me during the exam. I appreciate it. Wait, is this your car? And Izuku then said, yes, this is my car. If you're still not feeling well, I can give you a ride home. it's not trouble. She took him up like on his offer and got to ride home. Izuku then made his way home, and as he pulled into the driveway, he began to get lost in his thoughts. And when he got out of his car, he was rushed by his beloved wife Momo, and by like a bit shocked, Izuku wondered what happened. And I was lonely after you left, and I couldn't wait until you came back. I almost made you lunch, Momo said with a cheerful voice. And now the two would have to wait for their result to get to them. It will take about a week. So I know like this might be a little bit short chapter, around 12 to 30 minutes. I still have a headache, and tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we'll be going back to school. I hope they cancel the school, and I don't know. So yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and also thank you for 400 subscribers. We didn't pass 2 weeks and we are almost 400 or 10 or 20, I don't remember. So thank you a lot, guys. It's mean a lot to me. So yeah, and as I always say, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, press the notification bell, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace out. Bye bye.
I have feelings for you, Smash.
What's wrong? And it's beating in my chest, won't stop.